Welcome to today's video. Today we journey back to a time of drought, despair, and divine intervention. A time when a hungry widow faced her final meal until a prophet appeared with a strange request and a life-changing promise. It's a powerful reminder that even in our emptiest moments, God is not finished. In a land scorched by the sun and silenced by drought, hope had all but vanished. For months, not a single drop of rain had touched the earth. Rivers dried, fields cracked, families went hungry, and in a small, forgotten town called Zarephath lived a widow with nothing left except a handful of flour and a drop of oil. She had already buried her dreams. Her husband was gone, her cupboard bare, and with her young son looking on with hollow eyes, she bent down to gather a few sticks, just enough for one final meal. God was watching, and he sent a messenger. From far away, the prophet Elijah walked into Zarephath, dusty from the journey, weary from hunger, but carrying with him a word from the Lord. As he entered the town gate, he saw her, the widow, gathering sticks. "Would you bring me a little water in a jar?" he asked. She paused. A stranger. Now, in a time like this, still she turned to get it. Then came the second request, bolder, harder. "And bring me, please, a piece of bread." Her eyes filled with sorrow. She turned to Elijah and said, "As surely as the Lord your God lives, I don't have any bread. Only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. I'm gathering a few sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die." A silence fell between them, but Elijah's voice did not waver. "Don't be afraid. Go home and do as you've said, but first make a small loaf for me from what you have and bring it to me. Then make something for yourself and your son." And then he spoke the words that changed everything. "For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says: the jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry, until the day the Lord sends rain on the land." Something stirred in the widow's heart. Was it madness or faith? She turned, she walked, she baked, and when she reached for the jar, it was not empty. When she tilted the jug, oil flowed. Day after day, meal after meal, the flour never ran out, the oil never ran dry. Because God had seen her. He saw the widow in her despair. He heard the hunger in her son's cry. And he responded to the smallest act of faith with a never-ending supply. So if you ever feel like you've come to the end, when hope seems gone and all you have left is a handful of flour, remember the widow of Zarephath and the God who multiplies miracles in empty places. Because with him, what little you have is more than enough. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Bible stories that bring faith to life. Miracles still happen, especially in the hands of the faithful.